Hello everyone, it's match day. Welcome to SAFC Fan TV. It's me, Mike, and we're going to be watching the game here versus Hull. So I thought I'd start a bit earlier just to go through the team and to get people on and see how everyone's doing. And hopefully get some score predictions from you all. But let me just get this banner up going at the moment. There we go. Bear with me 2 quick seconds. The Sunderland team is out. We've got Patterson, Hume, Meffin, 09, Sirkin. So still no Ballard. So I'm not sure what's happening with his injury. We've got Neil, Job, and Roberts, and Rigg. And then Mundell, and then Isidore up front. We have got Connolly on the bench, which is interesting. Brown on the bench, which is another great option. Barr's not made it to the bench this time, so that's a good thing. But, yeah. Oh, as if by magic, I now have a Sunderland shirt on. There we go. Missed that one, didn't I? So, yeah, interesting. Let me know what you guys think of the lineup. Paul Armstrong says, I think 3-1 to the lads. I can't remember what my prediction was. I think I went quite mild with this one. I think I went 2-0. But don't quote me on that. Conrad will have it written down somewhere, so he'll quote me on it. Yeah, let me know your predictions and let me know what you think of the team. Do you think Connolly will see some game time today? And will we see 2 strikers at any point, or is it just going to be a case of swap Isidore or over? I'd love to see a strike partnership appear at some point in this team. Let's see if we can pull up the whole team here. Give me a second. So they've got Panda in goal. A back four of Coyle, Hughes, Jones, and Drama. Through the centre, they've got Pertier, Simmons, and Mehlem. That's close to Meffin, isn't it? And then they've got Balumi, Bedia, and Kamara. There's a front 3, according to this, anyway. Burstow is on the bench for Hull, so worth noting that one. And also Liam Miller, if I'm not mistaken. We had him for a period of time. Sure, we had Liam Miller. I could be wrong. I could be thinking of someone else. Anyway, as long as Burstow doesn't come on and score, that's the main thing. Ian Martin says 2-0, Isidore and Roberts. So he's gone for scorers as well, Martin. I'm going to star your predictions now, and we can see who got the closest at the end. See if you're better at predicting than me. I'm second from bottom in our predictions league amongst the SAFC Fan TV lot at the moment. Nice branded coffee to go along with this. Don't expect many in today. Sky button. But I do appreciate anyone for the mediocre commentary. I'll get more enthusiastic if we score, I promise. Nope. It's not having any of them. No, that's crap. Let's go back to the ones we know. We've got just under 14 minutes to kick off. Chance to get your predictions in. see what's going on. I'm not sure what's going on with Ballard as well. So let me just minimize that so I'm not hovering my mouse over it. So our bench is Moore, Rusin, Aushish, Connolly, Alexic, Yelder, Watson, Johnson. I'd like to see Connolly come on. Still not really seen Alexic either, so it'd be interesting. Hopefully we can get some sort of lead to start off with, and then, you know, after the fact, it'll be people get some time running out, as it were. Let us know where you're watching from as well, where in the world, or if you're actually at the MKM Stadium. I'll change that banner when it kicks off. I'm glad Isidore didn't get dropped at this stage. I think he's done really well every game he started. So we shall see. What do we think of the away kit? I don't think we did too well last time we wore this, but let me know what you think of it. I've got it somewhere, but I'm pretty sure it's in the wash. Otherwise, I'd have been wearing it for this game. So, never mind. Never mind. Let's have a look at the old stats. So Hull are looking to win consecutive league games against Sunderland for the first time since December 2014. Sunderland are unbeaten in 6 visits to Hull. So 6 visits to Hull. We've won twice and drawn 4 times. And the last time we lost was in 2013 under Gus Poyet. Hull's won 3 of their last 4 league games. So they're not doing too bad. And yeah, that's pretty much it stats-wise. We've already gone through the lineups. Oh, Casey Palmer's on their bench as well. Didn't know that. Interesting. Gosh. Obviously, Sunderland not top at the moment because Burnley took that position. So we're currently second as this stands. But if a win today will take us back rightfully to the top where we belong. Hull are in 14th. So they are pretty mid-table, to be fair. There's not many points between the middle section of this table at the moment anyway. Don't forget, after the game, 7:30 tonight, we have the Sunday Bunch. So live stream and Sunday Bunch all in one day. You lucky people. Get involved in the chat, guys. Come on. Get your comments in. Let me know what's going on. Let me know your thoughts. Interact. Otherwise, it's just me talking to myself. Hopefully, Roberts will have a better game today because, honestly, the last one, he looked very mistake prone in the last. Where's the away? Can't see it on the shot. So, massive stadium, is it? I assume we've sold out our away allocation. It looks tiny. Come on, back to winning ways. Not had much luck after these bloody international breaks. They're a nightmare. Let us know what you think of that as well. All these international breaks. Is it just par for the course, or should they scrap it? I mean, I understand when it's a World Cup or even the Euros, but this League Nations thing, not a fan. Not a fan. Don't forget, get your score predictions in, guys. Let us know your score predictions. We've got Paul Armstrong thinks it's going to be 3-1. And then Ian said 2-0 with Isidore and Roberts scoring. So there you go. I think my prediction was 2-0 as well, Ian. So I'll be rooting for that one. Actually, I'll be rooting for 5, 6, 7-0 as always, but just get the win. Get the win. Get us back to the top of the league where we belong. Championship champions. It's not all that long to kick off. But that stadium isn't filling up very quick. I don't know if this is footage from earlier, otherwise they're coming in quite late. The Hull City players. 12 of you in here. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you're new, and share the stream. We don't expect big numbers on a day like this when it's on the old smelly vision. But do appreciate you being here. The away crowd there, Sunderland, really packed in now. Still loads of empty seats in the Hull side. And I don't know if they're all just stood at the bar, but surely they must be able to fill this stadium. It looks tiny. What's the capacity? $25,586 is the capacity. Charlie Hodgson's put his prediction in there. He thinks 3-1 to Sunderland. 3-1 to Sunderland from Charlie. Let us know what your thoughts are. Let me know where you're watching from as well. And let us know what you think of the team today. Patterson in goal, then Hume, Meffin, 09, Sirkin, unchanged. Neil, Job, Roberts, Rigg, and Mundell unchanged, and Isidore. So there you go. Unchanged side, very changed bench though. We have Brown and Conlon on the bench. Disappearance of Bayer. Sheesh is on the bench as well. KTM says Neil needs dropping for Brown. I tend to agree after the last few games, but I can understand why they've not with the captaincy side of things. So it's a difficult one, it really is. But for me, he's playing for his place this game. I think we need to give Connolly a go. Well, he's on the bench and he's scored well for the youth. So hopefully so. My big gripe is that it'll be at the detriment of Isidore. You know, what do we have to do to play two strikers in this league? I mean, surely our defence and midfield is more than capable of holding that if we did. Michael Elliott says international and European fixtures are interfering too much in our game. We'll settle for the draw now, but think we will win 2-1. 2-1, the prediction there. I'm going to star these predictions and we'll see at the end who's right. Hull City players coming out now. Sunderland in the, I want to say teal. Teal the right word? Oh, I'm not sure about that choice though. So we've got the away strip on, as you can see here on the side of my screen. So the same as what we see circling here, but Patterson's in green. It's a bit of a clash, if you ask me. Should have tried our best to sign Amad Diallo. Listen, it's never over, Charlie. It's never over. If United don't play him when they should be, when their own fans are screaming for him to be played, then as we go up this season as champions, maybe we put an offer in then. Maybe he comes and helps our Premier League campaign. Yeah, Mason Burstow on the bench for Hull. Just looking at the team sheets now on the screen. Remember, guys, watching, there's always a chance if you are watching along, you're always going to be slightly ahead of me because not only am I watching it, then I'm relaying it on YouTube and there's a delay in all them signals coming through. So if you're listening to me and you are watching along, just bear in mind you may be slightly ahead. Try not to give it away in the chat. I like to give my honest reaction, not see that we scored and then wait for it to happen. So, oh, Jesus. That is a bright goalkeeper kit for Hull. That's dazzle camouflage. Yeah, but still, if we go up, he'd be first team 90 minutes every game, wouldn't he? So we'll see. We'll see what kind of investment we can fork out when we go up at the end of the season. And yes, you can quote me on that. When we go up. Who decides on this whole stuff? We've got a bright pink goalkeeper kit, and then the managerial and staff are in like a khaki green camouflage. Right. Like I said, we're off. We could be a couple of minutes behind you, so just bear in mind. Hull taking the kick-off to get us underway. So we'll see how Sunderland come out to start and see if we're going to stand off or if we're going to play a higher pressure, higher intensity game for this away fixture. We'll pass it around, pressure on Hull straight away. Instead of putting pressure onto the keeper to follow up with the defenders and take it. Sunderland's put it now on the right hand side with Neil dispossessed by Hull, who then loses it. Job picks up East in the centre, gives it back to Meth, cross to 1-9. 1-9 on the left here now with Mundle. Mundle to Job, back to 09. 09 will put a big boot forward here on the right hand side to find Roberts. Roberts got options around him, gives it in the centre to Neil. Neil back to Meffin. Meffin ball forward finds Sirkin. Sirkin's got Mundle ahead of him, gives it and goes past. Mundle will come towards the hole now. Tries to cross it in, gets deflected. It'll be a Sunderland corner. 1 minute, 20 seconds in, and we've got our first corner of the game. I did hear about Tuchel appointed as England coach, but he's not taking the role till January, I believe. Which is, interesting. Obviously, he doesn't care too much for this tournament as well. Roberts to take this corner now. High looping ball towards the back post. I think it was Meffin got his head on it, but it didn't come to anything, and the referees called it. It's going to be a free kick to Hull. 2 minutes gone. Let's get the score ticking across the bottom before we forget. Boom. A short one played out by Hull. Sunderland definitely playing a very high press on this one. Comes back to the keeper who gets it clear. Only as far as 09, puts a foot through it, gets it towards the right. He was looking for Roberts, but Roberts is coming back from an offside position. So it goes out for a Hull throw halfway inside their own half. Thrown back, big boot forward, trying to relieve that pressure, but it's going to trickle all the way to Patterson, who will hand it off to Meffin. Cross to 09. 09's got Sirkin there to his left. He gives it to Sirkin. He's got runs all around him. Gives it to Mundle. Mundle's got a man right on his back. Taps it back to 09. Across to Meffin. Meffin over to the right now to Roberts. Roberts got the great ball through. Isidore trying to get onto it, but it had a bit too much pace. He couldn't quite get there. That was unlucky, that one. It was a good thought process. Isidore made the run, but it was just a bit too far away from him, the delivery. Hull playing it short again, even with the pressure from Sunderland. Roberts nearly takes over, gets the ball off Hughes, but it puts it out behind the keeper. Almost a drastic mistake there from Hull. They seem to be doing what we do, where even under pressure, they're still playing it short. And yet again, here we are, playing it short again. Sunderland with this high press, trying to make the most. Ball comes down in the middle, and it's Neil with little pick it up in the centre. And I think that was 09 that tried to do a little dink, but hit it off himself, and it goes out for a Hull throw on the far side. Let's have a long look at Hull's manager with the EFL cameraman. Thank you very much. Hull will throw it back now. It comes all the way back to their defence. Passing it round to the left-hand side. No way past Hume. Roberts putting the pressure on, coming all the way up to the Hull goalkeeper. Sunderland very, very high press here. Isidore putting pressure on and forcing Hull's mistakes. They keep trying to get it forward, and it's picked up in the centre by Job. Offloads it to Rigg, to Job. I'm not sure what happened there, but that was Sirkin who tried to put it back, but Job does save it on the edge of the box, on the edge of the area even. 09 to Job, just 1-2 passing over by the centre circle here. Trying to draw Hull out for this one. Gives it to Mundle. Mundle back to Job. Job will do a big switch, looking for the right-hand side for the run of Roberts. Roberts does manage to get a foot on it and keeps it in before it goes out. Great play by Roberts. Tries to take it past his man. He's dispossessed, but only as far as Sunderland with the ball still on the edge of the area here. Running it into the corner, trying to find a way through. Hull managed to come away with it and put a foot through it to get it away. Some great shielding there by Meffin to stop the counter-attack from Hull. And he'll get the throw and give it back to 09. Sunderland with it now with Neil in the centre. Neil across to Hume on the right-hand side. To Roberts. Roberts has got Rigg in front of him, but he cuts on the inside. Gives it back out to the right-hand side to Rigg. Rigg tries to get past his man. He gets dispossessed, but wins it straight back again. Gives it to Neil in the centre with Job now. Sirkin. He's got Mundle behind him, but he's trying to cut one in himself. Slips by the looks of it, unfortunately. Hull will come away with it. On the counter-attack, potentially, but 09 is there to cut it out. Job will pick up a loose ball here now. Got three of them round him there, Job. He tries to get it back to Dan Neil, but loses possession to Hull. Hull coming down the left-hand side with it now. Hume trying to cut his man off. Hull into the box, tried to deliver one. It's cut off. 19 puts his foot through it, gets it to Mundle on the left-hand side. Mundle shielding his man. Puts it back to Sirkin. He'll get a ball forward to Isidore. Isidore can't quite retain possession. If he'd have managed to turn on that one, he'd have been away. Hull with the possession again here now. Hull dinking one over down to the left-hand side for Hull. Clever little ball. It definitely got the best of Hume, but Meffin sees it out. We are 7.5 minutes in. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. 26 people in the stream. Don't forget to hit like. It's a Sunderland goal kick. That's what we're waiting on. Comes out to the left-hand side. It's Sirkin. Inside to Dan Neil, who's got somebody on his back. High pressure now from Hull, who managed to cut out the pass, but it only goes out for another goal kick to Patterson. Out on the right with Hume. Hume, big looping ball forward, trying to find the run of Isidore. Isidore could get onto the end of this. The Hull City head puts it out for a corner. That is a dangerous ball, though, if Isidore gets on the end of that. So, well played to the Hull defenders, but it's another Sunderland corner, and we're just past 8 minutes now. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. 27 people in the stream. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit like. It really does help us out. No, Conrad, we are not winning yet. Or, well, at least we're not on my screen. Corner to be taken now on this right-hand side. Giant pink Teletubby in the goal of Hull. Headed down there by Meffin, but it goes into the crowd of feet and it gets deflected away. It's Hull that come away with it in the end. Looking for that counter-attack. First ball's cut out by Dan Neil, but it does come back to Hull again. We've got a space now on the left-hand side. It's Hume comes across, runs right past his man. It's delivered into the centre. Job's head finds it. It's still dangerous on the edge of the area with Hull. Excellent by Chris Rigg, I think that was, who went through his man to take that out. And a looping ball forward will now end up in the hands of Patterson. So that was a dangerous moment there for a counter-attack from Hull. We've got to watch that one, but Sunderland coming forward with it again now with Mundle to Job. Job will put it across to Meffin at the back. Over to Hume. Hume on the right. Dinks one forward to Roberts. Roberts has got Riggy in front of him. Off to his right. Gives it to Rigg. Rigg's going to try and deliver it. Cuts it back into Roberts, who's inside the area now, getting pulled back by his man. Trying to get past everyone. Does get taken down, but the Sunderland retained possession, but nothing was going to be given anyway. It's Rigg with it on the right-hand side. Cuts one into the centre. Hume in the middle of the... Oh! Looked teed up for Hume for a shot, but it was cut out by Hughes, the Hull defence. Great little play. Came to Riggy. He put it through the legs. Hume had a shot. It looked to me that it got dragged and it was coming to the left, but it did go out. Sunderland with the possession now. Not sure what happened. Usual EFL antics of let's see a replay while the actual play is going on. But it's with 09. Nearly got caught on the ball there. A dangerous area. Gives it to Meffin off to the right now. It's on Roberts. Roberts looking to cut on the inside. Cuts it through. Oh! It looked teed up for Isidore. Hume took a little touch of it. And I'm not sure if that took it away from Isidore or put it more in his path. It did look like a dangerous ball. Hume was either right place or wrong place at right time and wrong time. Snip that one out, Conrad. Giant Pink Blancmange has just took the goal kick for Hull. Great cut out by Sirkin. Sirkin now with Mundle in front of him, cutting onto the inside himself. Sirkin gives it to Rigg. Rigg trying to find his feet back to Sirkin. Sirkin tries to deliver one in the middle. It comes off a Hull face and goes out for a Sunderland throw on the far side in line with the area. Throw taken by Sirkin. 09 to Job, back to Meffin. Meffin coming across to the right-hand side now. It's Roberts. Roberts has got Rigg in front of him. He's got options with Hume. He's going to cut across. He's going to give it to 09. 09 is going to give it to Mundle down the left-hand side. Mundle turns with it, looking for the run now. Gets it through the legs of the Hull player. Then gets completely obstructed after the fact. I'm not sure what was going on there. Nothing given by the ref. Hull have the possession now inside their own half. Trying to find something, but Sunderland cut it out. It's a Hull throw-in just inside their own half on the far side. 34 people in the stream. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit that like button. Well, just seen a replay now of this. That was the dangerous ball by Hull that Job managed to cut out with his defensive header. Possessions with the Giant Pink Blancmange in the Hull goal at the moment. It's with their centre-back. Sunderland still quite high press here. Rigg putting the pressure on. Now Job handing off. It's good sustained high pressure from Sunderland here. And they do. It's not one man chasing somebody around like a headless chicken. He backs off. The next one comes in. It's organised pressure. It's really well done. The Blancmange has the ball again. Rolls it to the centre-back. Back to the Blancmange. Rolls it to the centre-back again. They're just looking for that counter-attack long ball. Hull here. Meffin wise to it. Cuts it out. Slots a nice ball through. Oh, and it was would have been a great 1-2 between Rigg and Roberts, but Rigg gets pulled down off the ball just as he's about to make the run. That was unfortunate. The free kick has been given, but no card by the looks of it. It was a great back heel by Rigg to Roberts, but he just pulled Rigg down. I mean, it should be a yellow for me. He's not even on the ball. 09 to Sirkin. To Mundle now on the left-hand side. Mundle got two in front of him. Back to 09. Back to Mundle. Mundle dinks it past his own player and runs onto it himself. Tries to cut it on the inside. Oh, it's good battling. It ends up falling for Job, but then the foul is given against Hull. Against Mundle. Against one of the Hull players. Their Capitan. Hull free kick inside their own penalty area. Still a very high pressing team from Sunderland here. Right up on it. The Pink Blancmange is walking the ball out now. Isidore's going to put that pressure on. Gives it to the centre-back. Out to the left-hand side for Hull. Back to the Blancmange. The walking Blancmange gives it to the Hull right-back. Someone keeping this pressure on. Trying to force that mistake. 15 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. on a Hull attack here, just inside the Sunderland area, trying to find a way through. Some good solid defending by Sunderland. Hull are forced to take it back to try and find a different route. Back down the left. Hume keeping his man out. They'll try the other side. Sirkin now puts a foot in. Does get a touch on the ball, but Hull still have it. Running round, trying to find that gap through, but it was a terrible ball forward from the Hull player, and it'll go out for a Sunderland goal kick. We'll take them all day long. Do. 09 with it now. Got Sirkin out to his left. Little dink, gives it to him. Puts it all the way back. Now it's Meffin on the ball. Furthest back from Sunderland at the moment. He's got Hume up to his right. But it's given to Dan Neil and then to 09. 09 making a run down this left-hand side. Gives it to Mundle. Mundle's got Sirkin just on his inside. Very close to him. Cuts it back to Neil. Neil makes a turn and tries to make a run for himself into the centre to Sirkin to Isidore. Gets a shot away, but there's no power on it. It rolls into the Hull keeper's hands. It's a nice little run by Dan Neil. Sirkin kind of lost a bit of control, but got lucky. It ended up at Isidore's feet. Wasn't ready for the shot. Didn't put all that much power in it. So it's now with the Hull City blancmange. Big kick from the blancmange. Meets the head of Hume, who then Job will shield it very well in the centre. Tries to claim possession, but it's gone out for a Hull throw-in just inside the Sunderland half in front of the technical area at this near side. 17.5 minutes gone, still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. Let me know what you're thinking so far. 41 people watching the stream. Really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to smash that like button if you're watching on a mobile device. Close the chat, hit like, reopen the chat. It really does help out. The ball's back with the Hull City blancmange, who's quite far out considering how much pressure Sunderland are putting him under. He's a very dangerous keeper. Oh, unlucky there. Hume came running in to dispossess Hull. I realise I said dispossess, but it goes out for a throw. Hull City throw here. He's got the same colour boots as the goalkeeper is. Long throw here to the halfway line. Hume gets his head to it, and then Hull City player gets his head to it, and Sunderland will have the throw now. See if we can retain possession for this throw. Roberts looked tentative getting up. Looks like he rolled his shoulder or something. He's all right. He's on his feet. Somehow we are back with 09. Playing a dangerous passing game with Dan Neil. Hull trying to keep the pressure on and jump on a mistake. Neil will now switch the play over to the other side and find Roberts on the right. It was a beautiful pass as well. Gives it to Rigg on the inside. It's cut out by the Hull City defender and gets it away, but only as far as Hume, who will then get fouled. Great play by Hume, very intelligent player, runs across between the ball and the player, gets it. As soon as he feels that hand on his back, he goes down, takes the pressure back off. It's now with 09 at the halfway line. To Dan Neil, to 09. 09 to Isidore, gets a little dink over. Looked like he was fouled there, Isidore. The foul will be called, even though Sunderland had possession still. No advantage, says the referee. Isidore's down, holding the side of his face. Did he catch an elbow there? Let's see a bit of a replay here. I think he might have caught a shoulder to the side of the face. 20 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. Sunderland shown the better team for me so far in this first 20 minutes. That's a non-biased opinion, I assure you. I'll be the first to say if they're not. Set up for this free kick now. It's Roberts will deliver it into the centre. Almost comes nicely to it's with 09 in the centre. 09 didn't know what to do with it there. Hesitated, and Hull City will come away with it. That seems like a very big missed opportunity. It looked like it was going to go nicely to Sirkin when it was first delivered, but it ended up in the centre. It ends up at 09's feet, and he just no idea what to do with it. He just seemed to hesitate. Hull on the counter-attack here now on the left-hand side. Number 44 delivers one into the centre, but Sunderland will get it away only as far as Roberts, who gets ahead to it. Job, and then Hume will put his foot through it to get it clear. Good defending, good solid defending there by Sunderland. What could have been a dangerous situation. Hull City in possession now, just inside their own half. Just passing it amongst their centre-backs here, who I don't have the names in front of me, so I'm not even going to try. Great dispossession there by Hume, caught Hull napping. He's making a run down this right-hand side now. He's got Rigg just on his inside. He had Isidore there as well. I think he went for the shot. It ends up in the keeper's hands, but I don't know if it was a cross or a shot or what, but it was very underpowered if it was a shot. That's another opportunity gone begging there. Sunderland with possession now in the centre with Job. Gives it out left. It's 09 on the left at the moment. Then Neil and then Mundle. And 09's making the overlapping run into the centre. 09 with it in the box. Gets a shot away. Takes a deflection. Looks like it could be another Sunderland corner. What a run by Luke 09 from all the way at the back. Definitely showing his speed and agility there with that one. Turned it on. I don't think it was a shot. I think he was trying to get it across to Mundle or Isidore, but it was still... He won the corner out of it. Great play by Lukey boy. 22 and a half minutes gone. Sunderland set piece here. Loops in, going far post. Meffin will get a head to it, back down. It's at Mundle's feet, right in the centre. Oh, it was given to Sirkin, who tried to get a shot away. Did it take a deflection to get another corner? We shall see replay. It was a high floating ball. Meffin gets his head down to Mundle, but Mundle can't turn on it. He gives it to Sirkin, and it goes skywards. I think it did take a deflection. It looks like we're having another corner. 23 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0 here at the MKM Stadium. Roberts over this free kick now. Coming in from the opposite side this time. Similar setup. Low and hard this time. It doesn't go past the first Hull man. The driving set piece. That looks like it was still in play when the Hull manager stopped the ball going. But that was interesting. It's a throw in to Sunderland on this right-hand side. We're going to throw it all the way back here now to Meffin. Meffin across to 09. Just inside the Sunderland half. Through the centre to Job. Job's got Mundle with him, gives it to Mundle. Sirkin pointing where he wants it. Mundle does get dispossessed, but manages to pick it back up again. It's back with Hume. Hume to the right to Roberts. Roberts just inside the area now, cutting on the left. He's looking like he was trying to find a room for a shot. Gives it back to Chris Rigg on the right-hand side. Rigg will try and deliver it into centre, but it gets deflected, and it's to a Hull City player in the centre, and Hull will attempt this a counter-attack now, and the counter-attack is on. 09's putting the speed on, trying to get across. It goes right across the centre. Nobody picks it up. Slide in by Job, who gets it to Roberts, who gets it to Rigg, and Sunderland safely keep possession. What was a very, very dangerous ball. Lost possession again. Roberts battling to get it back, and Hull will waste that opportunity again. And it'll go out for a Sunderland goal kick. Counter-attack was on there big time. It was 3-on-2. 09 chasing behind. It was 2-on-1 to be fair. And they put the ball across. Number 9 for Hull didn't react. But luckily, Job was sliding in to cut it out. 25 minutes gone still. Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. the ball in Sunderland's possession with their just inside the area with 09. To Neil, to 09, back to Neil. Neil's on the left-hand side with it here now. No rush by the looks of it here for Sunderland. Back to Patterson. Patterson, 09, pressure coming in from Hull now to try and force a mistake. Meffin with the ball. Under pressure inside his own area to Hume, who again is under pressure, to Meffin, who gets it away. But Sunderland are awarded the free kick in line with the 6-yard box, but over and about near this touchline. Yeah, it was a dangerous area. Seemed a bit hesitant, Sunderland there, to get the ball away, and Hull could read that, try to jump on it quite quickly. Back with Patterson now, 209. Need to up this pace. 09 starting to run, gives it to Sirkin on the left. Sirkin's got Mundle to his inside, gives it to Mundle. Mundle turns, offloads it to Job, who gives it to Rigg. Rigg out to the right to Roberts. Roberts is in a great area just inside the box. He's trying to work his way to try a shot on that left foot, but he still can't. Gives it to Neil. Back to Roberts, who tries to deliver it back to Neil, who wasn't running in. Hull managed to get it away. Looking for the counter-attack. The counter-attack looks on. What a crucial challenge there by, was that Meffin? That was an absolutely vital challenge there by Meffin in the centre. One-on-one he would have been with the keeper. Dan Neil coming with it now, gives it out to the far right-hand side. Roberts has got it just inside the Hull area now. He's got one man in front of him, cuts across, keeper gets a deflection to it, ends up with Hume. Hume loops a ball in towards Isidore. Isidore's head goes wide of the post. Using Roberts on the right-hand side is working well, but Roberts just doesn't seem to know how to get it away from his feet early enough. Panda forced to make not a save, but an interception to stop the cross coming across. Which probably saved Hull in that instance. Panda, sorry, is the big pink blancmange in the Hull goal. Ball bobbles through. Somehow Hull end up with it with a 3-on-3 heading up towards the goal. Oh, Sunderland player absolutely mullered over in the box. It was Meffin getting in front of his man. Very intelligent. This defence impressing me today. It really is. Hull really looking dangerous on the counter-attack, but we've been up for the challenge every single time. Yeah, Meffin was ball side of it, and their player just couldn't get past him without taking him down. So there we go. Sunderland back with the possession now. Job to 09. 09 to Meffin, just inside the centre circle there. Out to the right-hand side to Hume. Hume to Roberts on the right. He's got Rigg running up in front of him, but he gives it back to Hume. Hume to Dan Neil in the centre. All the way across to 09. 09 gets one through to Job. Job's got Mundle in front of him. He'll give it to Mundle. Mundle looking for a way through. Job on the overlap. Picks it back up again. Good play between them two. Back to Mundle. Mundle looking for it. He just cut off every run he can possibly make, Mundle, at the moment. Back to Mundle. He's trying to find a way through. He's got Job with him still. Back to Job to Dan Neil now on the left-hand side with Job again. Retains possession. But then it's lost there by, was that by 09? 09 lost possession. Dangerous thing. Meffin will mop up the one-on-one. Very well played. 09 slipped up that one. That could have been dangerous. Saved by Meffin yet again. Long ball forward here, trying to find Roberts. Roberts will manage to keep this one in on the right-hand side. People coming up for support. Roberts trying to cut on the inside. Looking for options. Gives it to Chris Rigg just on the edge of the area. Rigg puts it all the way across the other side to Mundle. Mundle can only head it to Job. Job gives it to Sirkin. Back with Mundle now on this left-hand side. Dan Neil with it in the centre. 209 to Hume. Hume to the right to Roberts again. Roberts cuts inside, gives it to Rigg. Rigg across to Hume. Sunderland trying to find a way through this Hull defence. Just probing at the moment. It's back with Roberts. Neil. Rigg on the right-hand side. Neil. Hull not taking the bait. It's come all the way back now to 09. It's to Sirkin on the left. Now with Mundle. You try that same sort of play on this left-hand side. Mundle gets the cut inside. Looping ball. Will find Roberts, though. It will bypass everyone in the box. It'll end up at Roberts' feet on the right-hand side. Gives it... Hume loops one into the centre. It comes back out. But 09 will jump on it this time. Then Job. Another looping ball into the centre. And the Blancmange will pick that one out the air. .31 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. Interesting game so far. It's for a 0-0. It's been quite a lot of action, to be fair. It's we're doing all right. Just need that final finish. Hull now on a driving run forward with their number 23. Gives it out to the Hull right-hand side, our left. Sirkin trying to cut his man off. Very well played by Sirkin. Dispossesses him and gives it to Mundle. Nice and controlled defence there. Gives it to Rigg. Rigg now trying to hold it up, giving Isidore time to run. Isidore will run onto this one, and he could make it onto it. He does. He's got a Hull player on his back. He's trying to do it all on his own. This is where the single striker thing falls down. Mundle, 2-on-1. It's not, the ball's not running the right track for him to run on and just continue the pace, so he has to try and hold it up. And holding it up with two defenders and no one support, it's just not going to work for very long, is it? 32 minutes gone. Hull with possession here inside their own half. Ball out to the far left. Totally overhit. Sunderland throw. Sunderland will take possession halfway inside their own half at this near touchline. 32 minutes gone. 32 minutes, 20 seconds gone. Still 0-0 here. The MKM Stadium in Hull. Meffin with it now at the back. He'll drive it forward towards Roberts. Back to Hume. Hume tries to give it back to Roberts, but it goes well past him, past the Hull player, and out for a Hull throw on this near side, just in front of the technical area for a very animated Hull boss. They'll take the throw all the way back to their defender. Sunderland eased off the gas a bit here now. Not as high pressing as they were to begin this half. Still up there, but nowhere near as intense. Terrible mistake there almost by Hull keeper. Tries to give it out to his right and nearly puts it out of possession. And Sunderland will end up with the throw on this right-hand side. The Blancmange definitely messed that one up. Hume to take this throw. Gives it to Neil, who's just walking away with it at the moment. Puts it all the way back to 09, just inside the centre circle. 09's got Sirkin to his left, gives it to Sirkin. Sirkin's got Mundle with him. Mundle 1-2. Mundle sells 09 short on the back pass. So Hull come away with it. Mundle trekking to try and make up for that mistake. It's Hull in a dangerous area just inside the Sunderland penalty area. On the edge of the box, tried to loop one into the back post. Luckily overshot his mark and Sunderland get away with another one there. Terrible pass back by Mundle there. Sold 09 short. Did absolutely put the engine on to try and make up for it and get it back. So, you know, fair play for that. He was battling to make up for that. But it was a terrible pass that almost cost us dearly. Sunderland with the ball with 09 now. To Meffin in the centre. I'll put it out to the right to Roberts just inside the Hull half. Hume doing the overlap. But Roberts gives it to Neil in the centre. Neil looking for his options. Gives it to 09. 09 having a look what's available. Nobody seems to wanting it. Nobody wanting it more up front at the moment. They look a bit lost of where to put this ball. It's with Meffin again. With Rigg. Rigg back to Meffin. Inside the Sunderland half here. Dan Neil in the centre. Gives it to 09. 09 to Job. Gives it to Mundle. Mundle's got it on his left-hand side. Back to Job, who will put it all the way across to try and find Roberts. Does find Roberts, but forgets he's only 4 foot tall. So Roberts couldn't get it under control, and Hull will break on a faster counter-attack down this side. Hume does get back in time. Roberts gets back with a wild swing of the boot, almost taking a shin. But danger averted. Hull now with the possession, though, inside the centre circle. Definitely gone down a gear here. Not sure if I'd be making half-time changes at this stage, but there is some considerations for Labrie as we approach 37th minute. Let me know what you think so far, guys. Feel free to get your chat in the comments. Hull City with possession here. Sunderland standing off a lot more than they were before now, which is playing very well to Hull. Hull couldn't handle that high pressure, that intensity, and they were making a lot of mistakes. Now we're standing off. They can orchestrate attacks much better. Hull luckily cut out there by Sirkin. Tries to get a ball forward. It's a Hull boot that gets in the way, so it's a Sunderland throw inside our own half at the far side. Sirkin with this throw now. Hull City put it out again for another Sunderland throw on the far side. Pace of this game has definitely dropped off a hill. Sirkin with it now. Under pressure from Hull. Gives it to Dan Neil. Manages to shake off his man. Finds some space and gives it to Hume. Hume on the left-hand side gives it to Roberts. Roberts has got Rigg with him. Instead of giving it to Rigg, he cuts in on the inside, offloads it to Hume, who then gives it to Rigg on the right-hand side. Still got Hume with him as an option, gives it to Roberts on the inside. Roberts, again, trying to find a way to tee up that left foot. He gives it back to Roberts to Hume. Hume tries to keep it in, but it goes out for a Hull throw. Some not great passing there happening. Roberts trying to find something, trying to architect his own goal here, or his own shot on goal, but better options were there at that time. Should have offloaded it to Rigg earlier on. Hull City throw. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0, as we approach the 39th minute, the MKM Stadium in Hull. Looks like the sun's out blinding half the crowd now. Hull making a move down the right-hand side. Sunderland chasing, Mundle trying to get in front of his man. Oh, dispossessed there by Job. No foul given. It looked like it could be dangerous, but Hull still have possession on the edge of the area. Shot came in. Stopped, but it's Roberts that'll come away with it and Rigg, and then they'll give it to Mundle, who's on for a bit of a counter attack here. He's got not much support with him though. I think he's making that known at the moment. Slowed right down there. That was a shame. That could have been a great counter attacking opportunity, but just seemed to peter off. It's now with Meffin. Meffin to Roberts on the right-hand side. Roberts gives it to Hume. Hume back to 09. Hume. Roberts on the right-hand side. Hume will go for the overlap. Roberts does give it to him. Hume now cuts one across, goes right across the face of goal, bounces, and it's a Hull defender who manages to chest it down into his own keeper's hands. 5 minutes to go of this first half. Still 0-0. Go Premier League. We're trying to go to the Premier League. It's the blancmange. The blancmange, big foot through it. Trying to find them Hull players making that run. 09 gets ahead to it, but it goes up rather than away. It's bobbling around, still dangerously on the edge of the area. Hull City in possession with it. To 44. Hull City still with it, just outside the Sunderland area. On the right. Can Sirkin cut him off? No, it's delivered into the centre. Rising header there from Meffin, who gets it away. Only as far as Hull again. But they lose possession and we put a foot through it. We need to get more control over that. It's a Sunderland throw at the far side, just at the halfway line. Thank you for the sub, John, and thank you for hitting the like button. It's really appreciated. Sunderland now in possession with 09, just inside our own half to Job. Back to 09, 1-2. Job will put it across to Meffin. Meffin's got Hume with him. Dangerous there by Meffin. Nearly held onto it a bit too long. Hume will come away with it, gives it to Roberts. Roberts under pressure now. Gives it to Dan Neil in the centre. Sliding tackle on Dan Neil. Does manage to dispossess him. He chases it up to the point he forces the Hull to put it out for another Sunderland throw at this near side, just in front of the technical areas. I'm a Chelsea supporter. Well, my commiserations. We'll see you next season, though, John. It's 09 with it in the centre circle. Oh, dispossessed 09, but does win the foul, luckily. Meffin takes a very quick one, gives it to Sirkin on the left-hand side, gives it to Mundle. Mundle now, he's got one-on-one with his player, doesn't seem to be taking him on much, gives it to Job. Job to Neil. Neil is taking on the referee. Gets tackled, Neil, caught in possession. That was kind of the ref's fault. Great tackle by 09. Help from Job, gets the ball back. It's with Mundle to Job, back to Mundle. Mundle's got Rigg with him, but he'll put it all the way across to Roberts on the right-hand side. Roberts has got options in the centre. Tries to offload it to Rigg, but the pass is not quite there, and Hull will come away with it. Cut out by 09, though, and gives it back to Job. Job will have a shot from distance. Oh, it's low and it's hard, but it's just to the side of the post. Unlucky there from Job. That's probably one of the only proper shots we've had. And we had the shot from Isidore in the first half, but it was quite weak. Good power from Job. But it was about a foot to 2 foot to the left of the upright. It looked closer on the initial before the replay. 37.5 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. 36 people in the stream. Really do appreciate you being here. Don't forget to hit like if you've not already. It really does help. The blancmange is taking the kick again for Hull. Meffin up for the head to Isidore. Isidore gets the head as well. Manages to win it for Mundle. Mundle gets pulled down. Refs looking right at it and nothing given. Hull come away with it. They pass it back to their keeper with their centre-back now. I'm not sure if Mundle's frustrated, not quite on form or what, but he's definitely getting played out of this game a bit, Mundle. So we shall see what a half-time Labrie team talk does for this squad. It's back to the blancmange. The blancmange puts it out to the side. Good pressure from Roberts, who absolutely misjudges and grabs hold and swings round the guy, awarding the free kick to Hull, who take it quickly. Hull now trying to work it out to the right-hand side. It's with their centre-back. Last 10 seconds of regular time. Long ball forward, looking for a Hull player. He's claiming that he was pulled by Meffin. Refs having none of it. No, he didn't touch him. That's ridiculous. Claiming for that. Meffin completely in the right there. Half-time whistle gone. No added time at half-time. The Hull manager is very animated, very angry. When he goes and sees that replay and realises he didn't even touch him, it'll be justified. So, there we go. Half-time. Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. It was handball. Was it? Did Meffin touch it? It didn't. The only replay I got was from behind, and I thought they were claiming. I thought he was claiming he pulled him, but I didn't see either. To be fair, not because of a foul. Well, I'll take your word for that, Rob. Unless they show me a replay now, I didn't see a handball either. So we'll have to reserve judgment on that one. Maybe I'll see it on a few replays before the Sunday bunch tonight at 7:30. So let me know what you think of the game so far. Get your comments in. I'll address them shortly. Before I do that, let's have a half-time word from our very own wee Philly.
We just want to say a massive thank you to our channel sponsors, footballprizes.co.uk. This is a fantastic site and, of course, a must for any genuine football fan. You can win some superb football memorabilia, cash prizes. There's absolutely everything on there. Check out the site, get yourself on. You can enter yourself into prize draws. Now, all you do, you buy yourself a ticket. It can be 99p. In fact, some of them are even free to enter. So you get yourself on there, you buy your ticket, and then they have the draw. The draw doesn't have to sell out before they do the draw. So you've got a great chance of winning some superb prizes. There is a link in the description below if you want to check them out. It is footballprizes.co.uk. And once again, a massive thanks to them for sponsoring SAFC Fan TV.
No, this isn't the start of the show. This is a new channel sponsor. I want to take this moment to tell you all about LU Soccer. This is one of the away England kits they brought, as well as the home kit. Both are awesome. Great quality, as you can see, from the stitching to the fine details. And we'll be doing regular competitions to give away shirts, as well as a discount code that you can find in the description of each video. So don't forget to go and check them out. Thank you to LU Soccer for sponsoring the video. With that, let's get back on with the show. No, that's not right. It's better. No idea why my acting career never took off. No idea. Not a clue. There we go. So, half-time here, the MKM Stadium. Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. A few close calls, a few dangerous counter-attacks. Meffin being an absolute saviour so far. Just watching a replay there. Sirkin's potential foul in the box, that could have been dangerous. Isidor's shot, which wasn't a terrible shot, but not much power on that, so nothing's come of it yet. We've not really tested this keeper properly yet, and I think that'll be the words from Labrie. We need to free up Mundle, we need to give him a bit more space, help him out there, and we need to really be testing this keeper. There's a giant blancmange in goal, and we need to test his ability. 33 of you hanging around. Let me know what you thought of that half. Appreciated the sub from John. Trying to hopefully, so they're going to show a replay of this alleged handball. Ah, I see. Yeah, just seen the replay there now. And it did look like it touched his arm, but it didn't really affect the direction of the ball. So I can see the reasons for the shout, but I think it's the right decision not to give that one. But of course, I'm biased. But hey ho, it's the way it goes. Right. I'm going to fill up my SAFC Fan TV mug. So I will be right back with a fresh coffee and hopefully the start of the second half. So, see you shortly. Hello, right. Lukey Till I Die says, Robert's been poor. He needs to stop cutting in. It's just too predictable. Yeah, it's one of those things. If you do it every now and again and it comes off, it's brilliant. But he's searching for it, isn't he? Every ball's a cut in, even when the better option was Rig on out to his right. He still tried to cut in twice. So I agree with you there. This game is not ending 0-0. It's either ending 2-3-0 Sunderland or 1-0 Hull. Ooh, let's hope for the latter, 2 or 3-0 Sunderland. See what a Labrie halftime team talk does. Gets the lads going, hopefully. Thank you for your input, Lukey Till I Die. Couple of mistakes creeping in from all the lads, to be fair, in the last 10 minutes of that one. So can't say it's tiredness when you just had a huge international break. Let's have a look at some halftime stats while we wait the second half and wait for you guys to wake up and start getting interactive in the comments. So, check that out. I'm not sure where they've got that one from, but apparently, first half shots, Hull 1, Sunderland 7, with 1 on target. I mean, proper shots, I've seen 2. The Job one that missed and the Isidore one that was slightly underpowered. Hull City out on the side of the pitch warming up like it's a pre-game. Not sure that's a normal. That's very unusual. Anyway, shots on target, Hull 0, Sunderland 1. Possession 63% Sunderland. Passes 298. Pass accuracy 90%. That's a cracking stat if we can maintain that. Fouls 3 from Sunderland, 6 from Hull. No yellow cards, no offsides. And we've had 4 corners to their none. Sunderland making the whole team wait for them to come out. The Labrie tactic is rearing its head. Got to be careful with this one, though. I believe a team's just been fined for this very reason. Sunderland players coming out on the pitch now. God, Roberts is so ready. Looks like he's been crying. I think he might have had a telling off, and he's not took it too well. Getting ready for the second half here at the MKM Stadium. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. Sunderland to kick off this second half. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. 33 of you in here. That is absolutely awesome. No idea the number of likes I'm on, but hopefully at least 33. Comes back to Patterson, who puts a big boot through it. Looking on the left-hand side for Mundell. It's overshot. It's going to go out for a Hull throw. Halfway inside their own half. We're on 27 likes at the moment. 27 likes. Come on. You can do better than that, guys. A few of you not pulling your weight. Right, the ball is back with the Hull City Blancmange in the centre-back. Sunderland quite high. Not an intense press. Not like forcing a mistake like they were before, but they are quite high. Ball through the centre to Hull. out to the right-hand side. Mundle cuts in. Great tackle by Mundle. Wins the ball and also puts it out for a Hull throw-in. Reggie Labrie out in his technical area, orchestrating this Sunderland team. Long throw from Hull down the right-hand side, cut out by Sirkin to Job, who's getting all kind of pulled down. And it's going to be a kick, if free kick given. The referee played an advantage for a moment, but there wasn't enough. No cards still. Meffin out to the right to Hume. Hume inside to Rigg. Meffin looked like he got fouled off the ball, but the play continues. It's with 09. Across to Meffin again. To Hume. Hume looping long ball forward, looking for Isidore. Isidore jumps, but he can't quite reach that. It goes into the Blancmange's hands. And he rolls it out for a short ball to his centre-backs. Not seen this Hull goalkeeper really kick much so far. Maybe not his strong suit. Back to the Blancmange. Looks like he's practically playing as a centre-back. Dangerous game when Sunderland have forced so many mistakes from Hull so far. Long ball forward. They're still looking for that long ball. Meffin, wise to it, cuts it out. And then it comes back to him and he cuts it out again. But Hull will retain possession near the halfway line. Hull City with it inside their own half. Trying to find a way down the right-hand side. Sirkin putting the pressure on to force it back. Mundle and Isidore, the furthest forward here. Goes back to the pink Blancmange. Isidore will continue to put pressure on. As will Roberts on this right-hand side. Back to the Blancmange. Under pressure from Isidore. Under pressure from Roberts. Sunderland looks to get a foot in. Not sure whose ball that was. Didn't see the call before the cameraman panned off and looked at the Blancmange. He's distracted by that bright pink as well. It's a Hull City throw. Long throw towards the halfway line. Headed down by Sunderland, but Hull will regain possession. Out to the right-hand side now. Trying to find a way through. Looping ball forward up to the right wing. Does manage to find its way through, but Sirkin cuts it off. Long ball forward trying to find Mundle. It's knocked out for a Hull throw halfway inside the Sunderland half at this near side. Throw taken, trying to find a way through. Good tackling there by Sirkin, but it does go out for another Hull throw. Scrappy in this corner at the moment. Hull City player did get away there, a bit unattended. But the ball ends up in Patterson's hands, nice and safe. It's a dangerous ball. Job was wise to it and tried to cut him off. So, yeah, but he lost his man a bit too easily there for me. Patterson now. Give it to 09. 09 to Sirkin on the left-hand side. Sirkin will get it forward to Job. Job's got a man on his back trying to turn him, trying to get through. Gets it to Mundle. Mundle gets a touch on it, but is pulled down from behind. Nothing given. And Hull City will come away with it. Under pressure from Sunderland. But with their centre-back now all the way back to the Blancmange again. Go away. 50 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. No changes as of yet from the benches. Full in possession. Battling their way past what looked like Hume, but Hume got a slide in. Took the man as well, so the free kick is given. I don't think we're going to have a card. Are we going to have our first card of the day? No, just a talking to by the looks of it for the referee. I think he forgot his cards this way. Hull City player milking. little bit. He did win the ball, to be fair. Slid through. It's difficult because he came in from the side, so I wouldn't even say he went through the man. Difficult to call that one. Hull now with it on the right-hand side making a run. Pressure staying on by Mundle. Then Sirkin comes in to try and cut it off. It luckily ends up with Hull for them in the centre. Shot from distance goes over. Patterson would have been good to it. He was mid-air. Definitely one from the cameras there for Patterson, but safe. The shot looked like Job got a foot to it. Was it just before or after? I think it was a Sunderland kick, so it must have been before. Ball coming back to the Blancmange. Isidore to put the pressure on. Nobody else up with him though, so it's not. Doesn't come to any avail as Hull pass it amongst their centre backs here. Oh, I expected to come out with a bit more pace than this in the second half. It's still very quiet. I think we burnt out in the first 30 minutes. Maybe a couple of changes are needed to change this game around. Hull City, Blancmange playing practically as a centre-back here all the way forward out of his goal. Definitely catch him off guard with a cheeky lob if Sunderland pick it up at some point. Hull still trying to find a way through. Sunderland playing it very close. Roberts deflects, it goes out for a Hull throw on the far side, halfway inside the Hull City half at the far end. Throw taken, 1-2 back to the Hull defender on the right with their number 2. Trying to look for a way through. On 9 putting the pressure on, but will circle back to maintain shape. Whoa. Trying down the opposite side now. Oh, not sure what happened there, but Hull City do come away with it now on the Sunderland left. Little dink, just a foot to it. Meffin keeps it away from Hull. Hull shot from distance. Looked like it hit the woodwork. Comes back. Job gets ahead to it, but it ends up back with Hull. Job comes in and cuts it out. He's the safest player at the moment. He's trying to find a way to get... He should have just stuck that out. Sunderland do get it away as far as a Hull City player in the centre, but the foul from Isidore on Hull will give them a free kick just inside our half. Let's have a look at the replay of this. Cuts in, shot from in the centre, powerful shot. Did it hit Patterson or the post? So quick. I think it's the post. The way the net rattles, I think he hit the woodwork. Hard to tell on that replay. Hey, Em, how you doing? Bobbling around the box here. Hull looking dangerous in the edge of the area. Hits the side netting. That was a squeaky moment. We are 54.5 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 0. Hull started the stronger in this second half by the looks of it. So Sunderland definitely need to up their game. It's Hull's... He did hit the woodwork. I'm behind you. I'm behind. You're behind me? Ball delivered in. Mundle gets ahead to it, which kind of takes it away from absolutely everything. That was a great little bit of defensive work from Mundle there. It's back with the Blancmange in the Hull City half. Long ball forward. Cut out by Sirkin. O'Neill will put his foot through it to get it out of danger. Sunderland just need to get hold of this game now. Need to get a grip of it. These wild clearances are only going to keep coming back at us. Hull with possession inside the centre circle here. Definitely playing the further forward team at the moment. Down the Sunderland left now. Trying to find a way through. Mundle and Sirkin working together to cut him off. Ball dangerously in the middle. O'Neill has it in possession. Will take it away. It's getting pulled all over the shop. But it'll be... The foul's not given. The throw is given to Hull. This is Unnerving. Looping ball into the centre. Looked like somebody was fouled off the ball in the centre there. The ref's given something. Is it the free kick for a foul? Who is down? I cannot see. We'll see a random replay of the Hull manager for no reason instead of the action going on. Cheers, EFL. Top quality work. No idea what's happening. Back of Hull manager's head. Now he's going to sit down. Let's really just have a long look at him for no reason. Don't know who is down, but they're back up. Whoever it was. Patterson to take this kick. Long boot forward, looking for Sirkin on the left-hand side. Sirkin takes it on his chest nicely. Is then fouled from behind. Sirkin might take a quick one here. Puts his hand on it, thinks about it, but doesn't. Oh, no, then he comes back and does. He gives it back to 09, to Dan Neil in the centre, to 09. 09 to Job. Job will turn. He's got two in front of him. He'll give it back to 09. Sunderland trying to probe this whole team to find a way through. Job, Dan Neil, Job, back to 09. That could be the new back to Ballard. It's back with Patterson now. Patterson to 09. We'll give it forward to Dan Neil, who gets caught in possession, but good sliding tackle, maintains that well. I don't know what the hell the Hull manager was trying to appeal for there, but clearly is cuckoo land. Looping ball forward from Roberts, looking for Isidore. Isidore chasing, but nothing there. It's back with the Hull City Blancmange. And now the centre-back approaching the 58th minute now. Are we going to see some substitutions? Will we see Connolly? What changes would you make? Let me know in the chat. Long ball forward from Hull. Calls for offside from Sirkin. The linesman duly obliges, and it's offside given. That breaks down that piece of play instantly. The guy behind the Hull City manager that has enough cap badges to make his hat more metal than material. And now we're seeing another random guy. Is he the owner? I don't know. Anyway, back to the action. Meffin back to Patterson. Patterson rocking his short sleeve green top. Puts the ball out to the left to Sirkin. It does manage to keep it in with a header. And then the Hull City player frantically tries to win possession and puts it out. Jesus. Somebody needs to give that Hull City manager a urine test, because his eyes are like this. Anyway, back to the action. Roberts with it now on the right, gives it back to Dan Neil. Dan Neil to 09. 09 in the centres, gives it to Job. Job coming out to the left-hand side now, offloads it to Mundle. Mundle's got options to and fro, but he gives it back to Dan Neil, who's in the centre. Offloads to 09, who's making a run forward now. Dinks it through to Sirkin on this left-hand side. Sirkin's got one-on-one on this left-hand side. Gives it to 09, who gives it to Mundle. Mundle one-on-one here on the corner of the area. Gives it to Roberts. Seems to lose his feet completely. Roberts tippy-toes around the centre. Tries to have a shot. It's deflected off a Hull player. Ends up back with Job's feet, but he can't react in time. It's a bit all over the place. We end up with I thought it was a Sunderland throw, but it's a Hull throw on this near side. On the replay there, Roberts tries to do a clever little trick and doesn't work. He just won't. He eventually gets the shot off, but it takes too long sometimes. We've been very hesitant in the box today. Even the likes of Rigg and Mundle has been quite hesitant in getting a shot away today. Long throw will put Hull onto the attack. Great sliding tackle from Sirkin. Wins the ball. And it'll trickle to Patterson's hands, nice and safe. Rolls it out to Meffin. Meffin across to Dan Neil, who's in the centre between 09 and Meffin at the moment. Gives it to 09. 09 gives it left to Sirkin. Sirkin making a run forward. Hits it to Mundle. Mundle gets past one. Sliding tackle comes in on Mundle. Dispossesses him. And the loose ball ends up in the Blancmange's hands in the Hull City goal. 37 people in the live. Don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help me out. Thank you very much for being here. It's appreciated. The Blancmange to the centre back. Back to the Blancmange. Pressure from Rig. Puts it forward. 09 will cut it out. Gets it as far as Mundle. But Hull City are forced to put it out for a throw to Sunderland. Halfway inside the Hull half at this near side. Thrown quickly to 09 to Mundle. Mundle making a run down, trying to cut it across the centre of goal. Does end up, almost ends up perfect for Isidore to have a shot, but just cannot find that final touch. Hull on the counter-attack here. Very dangerous. Could be one-on-one. Sliding in there. Sirkin makes a vital challenge. Not clinical. Not clean. Messy. But vital. Dangerous counter-attack from Hull there. Forced a save from Patterson. I'm not sure if the save was necessary. Could have been. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. But it goes out for a set piece. Hull taking a short one now. And it's cut out by Sunderland. Isidore on the counter-attack. He's got one man with him. It's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, he's let him catch up. He's all feet. He's all thumbs. Isidore gets in. Come on. 1-0 Sunderland. Isidore. Keep him on the pitch. Come on. Love it. Love it. It was 1-on-1, but he hasn't really got that pace. So the defender caught up with him and got in front of him. And I thought, wasted opportunity. But no, he kept it well, kept his composure, slotted it in. Real good striker's finish. He's also knackered. He's trying to catch his breath. I think it'll be goal and then substituted for Isidore, which, fair play. He deserves the goal and he looks knackered, the lad. So let's get Connolly on and see what he can do to make this a clean victory. Come on. Oh, let's edit. Make sure we put it on. There we go. There we go. Look at that. It's just clinical. It's clinical. And you know what? The best thing about Isidore is look at the finishes that Connolly's done in the youth team as well. It's similar sort of finishing. So they're just going to complement each other so well, I think. I hope they get to play side by side at points. I really do in this season. Otherwise, that'd be a wasted opportunity. But I think we'll see a substitution. It's a Hull substitution happening at the moment. Number 44 for number 7. If they pop names up, I will tell you the names. But other than that, I don't really care. He's like a blonde going grey. I'm not sure what that guy is. It's Kamara off and it's Miller on. That is the substitution. I knew it wasn't Burstall. That's what matters. Here we go. We're back off with Hull in possession here. If you're just joining us, 65 minutes gone. Hull City 0, Sunderland 1. Wilson Isidore, the goal scorer. Superb finish by him. Hopefully now, that's picked the lads up. Mundle now putting pressure on the keeper very early on, who forces the mistake from the keeper. Rig jumped on that mistake and almost dispossessed, but it just ran on too far to go out for a Hull throw on the far side. But that high pressure is working. It is forcing them mistakes. Frustration coming from Hull now. You can see it with their players getting on their own players' backs. Number 2 there. shouted at people because there was no options as Mundell tracked him down. It's with the centre-backs for Hull at the moment. 66 minutes gone. 45 people in the stream. Thank you for being here. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget to smash the like button. It really does help. And it's free. It's free. Hit like. It's free. Hull with possession here. Just passing it along their centre-backs. Sunderland not being as intense here. I still think they should maintain that pressure. It's working. Don't sit back on your laurels at 1-0. Definitely not. Looping ball forward from Hull. Doesn't seem to get anywhere. I think Sirkin got a touch on it, though, to ease it out. So it's a Hull throw. And this near side. Palmer warming up on the bench for Hull. He's definitely a threatening player. So got to watch for that one. Wasted opportunity with the throw. Sunderland will get the throw now. Loads of activity going on the Hull bench. I think there's going to be 2 changes. Maybe not yet. We're staring at the referee. No, we're not quite ready for the changes yet. Dan Neil coming away with it in the centre. Gives it to Mundell. Mundell's got 2 trying to battle with him. Does almost keep possession, but Hull will come away with it. Great tackle there by Sunderland. I think that was Chris Rigg looping ball forward. No, long ball for Isidor's way too long. He's never going to get to that one. And Hull will get possession back. It's a wasted opportunity from Sunderland. Need to maintain possession a bit longer than that. Hull City with it now. We cannot sit back and let them come at us. That's a mistake we've done in the past. We need to dictate the pace of this game. Charlie Hodgson says, come on, away the lads. Hull with it now on the right-hand side, trying to find a way through. Mundell racing to try and get possession back. Free kick given to Hull. But he tries to take it quickly. But substitution is being made. And the substitution, I'll let you know who it is as they come on. But it's just Hull at the moment. Sunderland not making any changes just yet. Puerta off, Slater on. And as I said before, we're seeing Palmer come on here. Not sure who went off for him yet. And they're not going to tell us on the graphics either. So there you go. Hull with 12 men on the pitch, according to the graphics on this. Hull with a throw on the right-hand side now. Cut out by Sirkin. Gets as far as Isidore. Drops it down to Mundell. Mundell offloads it to the right to Rigg. It's slid tackle from Palmer. Great tackle in there from Mundell. Palmer claiming he was fouled, but he won the ball fair. Rigg coming forward with it now. He's got Roberts to his right. He gives it to Roberts. Roberts has still got Rigg with him. He puts it right across the centre of the goal. And no one gets the touch on it. I'm not sure if the Hull's player got his head to it slightly. Could be a Sunderland throw. We'll see a replay of it now. To be fair, I think the right move would have been 1-2 back to Rigg. But again, Roberts took it on. And wasted opportunity. Another opportunity gone. It's now with Job. Back to Dan Neil. Dan Neil to the centre to Rigg. Back to Neil. Neil tackled by the referee. Oh, don't give the referee shit. Come on. There we go. We're back in play anyway. The ref and Dan Neil just having words there. Mundle with it on the left-hand side, taking on one past one of his men. He's getting dragged to the floor, practically a headlock, nothing given. That's ridiculous. What game are you watching, ref? Hull coming away with it now on this right-hand side. Then number 2 tries to get it through to Palmer. On 9 cuts it off. That Palmer goes down very easily, looking for fouls by the look of it. Terrible control by the grey-haired blonde substitute for Hull. What is that hair? He's definitely let the missus have a go at that. I'm not sure what it is. Connolly warming up, taking off his things, getting a pep talk. We're going to see Connolly come on for the senior team. Let's have a look. Let's see what he can do. I'm really praying for the lad that he has a good showing here. Long ball forward for Sunderland. Roberts tried to pick it up, but it goes all the way through to the Blancmange. The Blancmange rolls it out to the Hull centre-back. 72 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 1 here at the MKM Stadium in Hull. The goal scorer was Wilson Isidore and broke the deadlock that's been coming for a while. Long ball forward, cut out again by Meffin, being almost faultless today, Meffin. Could be my man of the match so far, to be fair. Oh, Chris Rigg jumps on opportunity. The keeper doesn't quite put enough pace on the pass, but he doesn't quite get there. Hull City come away with it again. Why was Dan Neil on the floor? Doing shoelaces? Not sure. Anyway, back with Hull on this right-hand side. It's Palmer with it now. 1-2 lost for Hull. Job will pick up the loose ball. Gives it to Rigg, who offloads it right to Roberts. Roberts coming forward now. Isidore is definitely off the pace now. I think he needs that substitution. He's just not even keeping up with the pace of play now. So fitness problems maybe from Isidore there. So we shall see how that pans out. But definitely a goal scorer. Meffin again to the rescue. One-on-one opportunity for Hull, and he cuts it off. Not sure what's going on here. It seems to... Well, play's almost stopped as Sunderland pass it round and Hull are not even reacting to it here. You can do that all day long, lads. You can do that all day long. Meffin. Loops one forward towards Roberts. Roberts picks it up on the right-hand side. Tries to go... Oh, no, sorry, it's Rigg. And he tries to go around his man and pulls him down, and the foul is given there. I'm ignoring my phone because I'm getting notifications galore. I assume it's just for the sub. Wilson Isidore coming off now. Connolly coming on for his debut for the senior team. Exciting times here. Here's your opportunity, son. Here's your opportunity. Let's see it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Isidore, I don't know if he just looks knackered or he looks winded or something. He's not quite right as he comes off there. So we shall see how that pans out. Connolly coming on. Let's see what he can do. Isidore getting some love on the bench as he comes in. Coming up to the 75th minute, still Hull City 0, Sunderland 1. I'll keep you as updated as I can throughout this last 25 minutes. It's just Hull City passing it around amongst their back four and their Blancmange goalkeeper at the moment. Do they realise they're losing? Because they seem to be the ones trying to time waste here, but we'll leave them to it. Let them go. Long ball forward now down that right-hand side. That's what you got to watch for. They toy with it for a while and they go for that long ball. Delivered in towards the centre. Well, almost in towards the centre. Comes all the way out to the far side. Roberts. Oh, Hume, don't dive in. Tries to be delivered. Hume cuts off the cross. I think that's a Hull City corner. Miller, the follically challenged multicolored hair guy. Short one taken to Palmer. Looks for the second delivery, comes into the centre now, heads up, and it goes wide of the post. Patterson had that covered the whole way, just held his hands as he knew it was going wide. "36 people in the stream. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button if it's not too much trouble. If you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. It's not always me doing the commentary. There's a whole team of us. We try to bring you every game we possibly can. Long ball forward from Patterson here. Almost Connolly's first touch, but he's not quite got the height there on the centre-back to win that one. And Hull will come away with possession. Long ball forward from Hull. Onto the right-hand side. Deliver it towards the centre. Palmer. But it's Roberts up there to stop that. And it's in the centre here now again, still with Hull. On the right-hand side, right across the face of goal. No one gets on the end of it. Kept in by Hull on the far side though. It's Miller with it here now on this left-hand side. Puts it into the centre. Could be a shot coming here. Is it a deflection that maybe? I couldn't tell if that took a deflection off Job or if it was just skyward bound. See a replay here. That ref is constantly in the way. There's a replay of the goal. Eastdor, clinical finish. We're seeing 2 or 3 replays of the goal, which means we'll probably miss something key happening, knowing the EFL directors and cameramen. They're always good like that to us. And somehow it's back with the whole goalkeeper. This is what I mean. We've missed an entire little section of play. Thank you, EFL. It's with the whole goalkeeper here now. Connolly and Rigg playing quite far up here to keep that pressure on. It's with the centre-back back to the keeper. Come on, keep that pressure up. 09 coming in now. Mundell needs to take over and maintain that pressure. Roberts now going right to the keeper. Pressure on from everyone coming here. Connolly. Get up. Hull win the throw-in this near side in front of the technical area. Kyle takes it. Comes all the way back to the centre-backs again. Although I'm happy we're winning, don't like resting back on 1-0. Need to see us push here, coming towards the 80th minute. Hull just passing it amongst their centre-backs. They're just coming into the Sunderland half now. Pass cut out by Dan Neal and Job combined. Terrible pass that from Hume. Passing it into danger twice there, Hume. It's not good. But foul won by Sunderland. Taken quickly. And right-hand side, Rigg gives it to Roberts. Roberts coming in. He's got Connolly in the centre. He's trying to look for that cut in again. It's with Rigg. Rigg puts it all the way across to Mundell. Mundell on the left-hand side inside the area. Loops one. Comes wide to Rigg. Oh, it's the side netting. I thought it was in for a second. Looping ball passed over by Mundell. Rigg gets on the end of it. I saw the net rattle. I was about to shout. But no. He just hit it down into the ground. So it took that direction off it. I think it's still the EFL cameraman for this stream particular. Don't know. Maybe they have both there. I'm not sure. Either way, the directors need firing sometimes. Cut out by Dan Neil. Job will battle and win possession in the centre. Gives it out to Roberts again on the right-hand side. Connolly running in the centre. Overlap happening by Job. 1-2 with Roberts. Now it's back with Dan Neil to Rigg. Neil. Hume. Stray pass from Hume goes between Job and Rigg, and Hull will come away with it and get an advantage as the foul was in there. Great sliding tackle by Hume, and gets the deflection and wins the throw. Well played there. 82 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 1. Goal scorer Wilson Isidore. Throw taken by Hume to Rigg to Neil, Job, cross to Sirkin to Mundle. Still inside the Sunderland half, mind. Back to 09, back to Patterson. We'll give it out right to where Meffin's waiting. To Dan Neil. 1-2, Dan Neil to Hume. Dan Neil will run onto it. Almost a stray pass, but he gets it. Gives it to Rigg. Rigg's got Roberts out to his right-hand side. And he does give it to Roberts as he cuts into the centre himself. Roberts tries to deliver it, but it doesn't get past the first man. Deflection. Hull's Miller will have it on the right-hand side here. And Roberts will pull him down unnecessarily after the ball's left his feet. That was an unnecessary foul from Roberts. And we're going to see our first yellow card of the game for Patrick Roberts. Oh, that was just ridiculous. Why would you even do that? The ball wasn't cleared. It could have still been in a danger area, and you might have just ruined an opportunity. Silly with Roberts' kind of experience to do something like that. Frustrations coming out, maybe. Is this a change being made by Sunderland now? We're getting no graphics. There's changes being made by Hull as well, anyway. Yeah, Roberts is coming off by the looks of it. Brown coming on. Interesting. How's that going to work? Two changes from Hull were waited on here as well. Just approaching the 85th minute shortly. We're back underway here. Hull with possession back with their defenders. Thank you for sticking around with me. It's been a bit quieter this second half. Apart from the goal, of course, it's still been a slower game. Hull now on the counter-attack, running down the centre into the box, into the area, dangerous ball. And it's cut out there in the centre by Hume. Puts it out for a throw on the far side. Hull deliver one again into the centre. Miller's head to it, but it's going to go out for a Sunderland throw on the far side now. That should diffuse that situation a bit. It's Brown. It's definitely Brown. Throw from Sunderland up the line. We don't retain possession from throws. We never do. Comes back. Looping ball. Gets some control. Connolly here being battled over and wins the foul. It's well played there. Meffin going to take this one. Loops it over to the left-hand side looking for Mundle. It's cut out by a Hull defender. But Sirkin will get a foot to it. Mundle will pick up the spare ball. Offloads it to Brown. Gives it to Sirkin on the left-hand side. Brown doing the overlap. Brown on the left-hand side now here. Gives it to Job, who's in the centre. Dangerous area now. Dan Neal. Connolly. Offloads it right to Rigg. Gets a shot, but it's somebody in front of him. I think it'll be a Sunderland corner. Is that a deflection? No, it wasn't. It was just a wild swing. Hull with the possession now. Connolly with the ball. Again, fouled just inside the Hull City half. Coming up to 87.5 minutes gone. Still Hull City 0, Sunderland 1. Taken by 09, put out to the right-hand side here, where Rigg will get on the end of it. Rigg goes past one, goes past two, taken down on the edge of the box. Nothing given, though. Hull City trying for the counter-attack. Hume is in there for it. Well played, Hume, Brown and Connolly, all to stop that counter-attack. Surprised nothing was given for that. Just watch the replay there. Dangerous ball through the centre from Hull, but nobody gets on the end of it. Patterson goes down, gets hold of it, and he'll take his time on this one now. 88.5 minutes gone, still Hull City 0, Sunderland 1. The Hull City faithful starting to make their way to the exit now. Not en masse, but just a few people. Long ball forward from Patterson. Into the centre. Brown will head it back towards the danger area for Sunderland. One-on-one. Oh, miscommunication there between Job and Mundle. Seem to clash and take a tumble there. Hull City will come away with it. Cut out by Meffin. Connolly trying to run onto it here. Pressure as they pass it straight back to the Blancmange keeper. Connolly will step off. Less than 30 seconds to go of regular time here. Not seen a board number go up just yet. Don't know what the added time it will be. I can't imagine much. There's not been all that many stoppages, to be fair. We're there. We're at 90 minutes now. Hull City with possession still. Halfway inside the Sunderland half. Pushing it forward. Cut out by Sirkin trying to find Mundle. But Mundle can't reach it. It'll end up back with Hull City, who will push forward again. Sunderland definitely with the backs against the walls here for this last couple of minutes. 4 minutes of added time. Not sure where they've magicked that from, but there it is. Hull with it on the edge of the Sunderland box. Need to get out here. Need to put this pressure back onto them. Off our shoulders. It's with Miller on the left, who loops a ball into the centre. Shot from Hull. Deflected out. It's in the centre with Hull still heading the area. I think that was Brown who got a foot to it, but offside was given, which will slow down the pace and give us a few more minutes here. Jeez, this animated manager for Hull was hilarious. Goal kick to be taken by Patterson here. Just 2.5 minutes left of this 90. Long ball forward, finds Mundle, gets a little dink, doesn't quite make it to Connolly though, and Hull pick it off. Meffin will cut off the counter-attack back to Brown. Brown's got 3 or 4 all round him, loses possession, but Connolly picks it up. He's got Mundle with him, gives it to Mundle. He's gone behind Mundle. He needs to cut in on the inside. Are they going to take it into the corner here? Looks like Mundle's going to take it into the corner for Sunderland and doesn't manage to do that. Loses possession. Don't like that. We don't play like that. We never have. It's too dangerous. She's gone for goal. Hull with it now on the right-hand side here. Just grab it. Looped into the centre. Oh, goes out. I think that's a Hull City corner with just 1.5 minutes to go. You can't. Corner comes in. Hull keeper came all the way up for there and doesn't come to anything. Managed to get that away. 1 minute to go. Long ball forward, finds Mundle's head, but goes out for a Hull throw. Last 15 seconds here of the added time. Great head there from 09. Brown battle in the middle. Ball cut out there, great by Hume. Puts it all the way out for a Hull throw, far side, halfway inside their own half. That's got to be time. The ref puts his whistle to his mouth. There we go. 1-0. It's dirty, sloppy. Could have been more. Should have been more. But I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. Thank you to the 40-odd of you that have joined me throughout this stream. 44 of you in there now. Don't forget to hit the like button. Really do appreciate the support. Not going to hang around and chat today because at 7:30 you've got the Sunday bunch. So enjoy talking with them guys at 7:30. Thank you for joining me for today's live stream. And don't forget, like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And I will see you next time.